Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
46. Here you go. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
On second down, Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, here we go. All right, hey.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The give is to Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Give. This is Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, while we have a second, wanted to touch on a new program that's making its debut that's got a lot of people excited, Charles. It's the Madden 99 Club. Now, what that is, gives special recognition to those guys with an overall rating of 99. Of course, that's as good as it gets. So through a partnership with our friends at Nike, you're going to see custom one-of-a-kind gold 99 Club cleats and gloves reserved for guys like Antonio Brown, Gronk, and Luke Kuechly.
And you and I were fortunate enough to get an early sneak peek at them. And I'll tell you, for my money, really cool thing that they're doing. Sharp, sharp look. And how cool would it be for those guys to be part of that exclusive club and have something that no one else in the league has that signifies them as 99s. That's pretty cool.
And Rudolph has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Wide.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hey, we're good. Yellow.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Charles, while Dallas comes back out, let me ask you about the game you called last week when they beat Detroit with a field goal there at the end. Important victory for Dallas to get back to 2-2.
Vital victory for them. Because you know how things happen. If it happens in Texas, it's big, right? When it happens with Dallas and the Cowboys, it's monstrous. So to get them back to 2-2, kind of tamp down the little bit of panic that was coming from their fans, that was huge. But Ezekiel Elliott, he was a full-grown man in that game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Good.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Runs through the contact. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They pitch it out to Cook. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A toss to Cook. And some room to work. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking at finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Cousins now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lino! I'm going. Let's go. Yellow.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, slow down. There you go. All right, hey. Who got 17?
Prescott on 1st down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd down, Prescott being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. All right, hey. Go, get out.
To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Linval Joseph able to get him for a loss of about 3. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go. Here we go. 46. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get up.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there on third down. 45 yards.
Got it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he finds Beasley complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go. 46. 46.
First down, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he is going to get this one. Back to the 20-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go